represented Canada in World Cups, 2 Olympics and 2 Pan Am Games, winning the gold medal with the national team at the 2011 Pan Am Games by stopping 2 penalty shots in the final. That was just phenomenal. And apparently she can do a great happy dance when she celebrates something. So maybe today, think about that. Maybe she will do a happy dance for us today. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome Karina LeBlanc. Karina! There's the dance. There's a happy dance. I want to see more of that, though. Okay, there are lots of you. See where you want. Lots of you. Okay, so see my name. Karina, welcome to Calgary. She's calling Karina or KK?
You call me KK.
Okay, it's KK. All right, joining us today, a Calgary graduate. She was like you were, girls, many, many years ago. She was playing minor hockey in Calgary. She started playing with the Pink Panthers, the only all-girls team in the Willow Ridge House League. They lost a lot. How many games did they lose? Every game. But still, she loved playing. It wasn't about winning. It was about playing soccer, and Erin did just that. She decided she was going to become a professional soccer player at a young age. She went to the Calgary Select team, the provincial team, the youth national team, finally the national team, 2 pro leagues, 3 World Cups, 2 Olympic Games, and they brought back the first traditional team medal, the bronze, as we all know, for Canada, the first one since 1936. That is a long time ago. None of us were around in 1936, and yes, Karina's wearing that bronze medal around her neck right now. Erin's come a long way from her Pink Panther days, just like many of you at Willow Ridge Soccer in Calgary. She made her first appearance for Canada's women's national team in 2002, and she also played every match in the qualifying campaign for Beijing Olympics, and she became a medalist in August of 2012. Ladies and gentlemen, Calgary's own Erin McLeod. Women's soccer Olympic bronze medal team, Christine Sinclair. She's an amazing soccer forward. She plays for the Portland Thorns FC. She's captain of the Canadian national team. She's from British Columbia, and she was first selected to the BC Under-14 Girls All-Star team when she was 11 years old. She went on to lead her club teams in Burnaby Girls Soccer Club to league titles, provincial titles, and 2 top 5 national finishes, as well as leading her high school team to championships, 3 in fact. She played for Canada's under-18 national team before making her debut at the senior level in 2000. 13 years with the national team, 3 Women's World Cups, and of course she's been in 2 Olympics in Beijing and London 2012, 9-time winner of the Canadian Soccer Player of the Year award. And she's not just a good soccer player. This past year, she's been voted the top women athlete in our country. It's called the Lou Marsh Quote. little bit. Christine and Erin and Karina, welcome to Calgary. This is good. You enjoy doing this? And I'll just jump in whenever you want, by the way.
Love it. Love meeting the little kids. Love meeting with my teammates. It's gonna be crazy. You guys crazy?
Okay, where do we begin? Here's something I think is kind of interesting. No matter what team we're talking about, soccer teams, football teams, synchronized swimming teams, no matter what, all these girls and boys play on teams, and some are different personalities. You're different than Christine, Erin's different than Christine, So I want you all three to talk about just getting along when there's different personalities on a team. You're very outgoing, right? Christine may be a bit more reserved, just like some of these teams. So can you address these girls and guys? How do you try and get along when there's different kids on a team? Go ahead. Anybody pick it up?
I think first and foremost, our team is actually very lucky in that we get along so well. It's a very unique situation that we have. You know, we're a very tight team, and a lot of teams don't have that.
Yeah, I mean, I think Karina's pretty funny. We train together a lot as goalkeepers. And I think you guys know some days are fun at training and sometimes are hard, and you know, there's a little bit of everything. Karina's got a joke for just about everything, and I know for me, sometimes I'm too serious for my own good, so it's, I think we balance each other out pretty good. But yeah, like Sing said, we do have a lot of different personalities, and we're kind of like a family now. Like some of us have been together for like 10 years, 12 years. So, you know, like your brother or your sister, sometimes they kind of annoy you, but you love them. You know, that's kind of where we're at.
If you're an outgoing person, you got some quiet girls in the team too, and they put up with you, and you put up with them.
They put up with me. No, you know what I think it is? I think it's like we just bring out the best out of each other. You know, I mean, there's days where I'm different and she brings out the best in me, and like with Sadie, like when we're doing shooting, we love to trash talk and challenge them, and they can't score on us. Yeah. But no, I think what we do is we bring out the best of each other. We know when we each other, if we're down, we'll pick each other up, and if we're a little too excited, then we'll just pull pranks on one another. You know, I think the great thing is that you just get to see all of our personality all the
Just
time.
unsafe. We just pull
pranks on. Oh, they don't know what's going on today, do they?
And the key is respectful of each other. If that person is quiet, that's their nature, that's just the way they are, and if you're an outgoing person, that's the way you are too, and you accept that. Okay, here's my pet peeve. I want you, all three of you, to address this, that you didn't hear me say it before together too. This is it. I've heard a lot of Olympic athletes over the years say, kids, follow your passion, and that will take you to where you want to go. Well, when you're 12 years old, 11 years old, you don't know what your passions are. I say the better thing is if you love doing it, do when it's fun. That'll lead to passion. Comment, please.
Well, I think when you're having fun, everything comes along. You'll be competitive, you'll want to work hard, you want to be better, and I think all of us, we're still having fun every single day. I mean, I remember the first time I kicked the ball, it was just like, this is cool, you know? I mean, you didn't know where it led, but you were enjoying it and you were having fun, and I mean, I think that's the basis of everything, to just love what you're doing. And parents can be a big part of that, you know, encouraging, not taking away the fun of it, and I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, I mean, when I was 12 years old, I loved soccer. My parents said it was my passion. But at that age, I don't think like you said, I don't think you understand really what passion is. But you could not get a ball away from my foot, you know, whether it was in the backyard with my brother, in our basement, in our living room, breaking windows. It's what I did. It wasn't work to me. It was just what we did for fun.
Can I ask you what was it like scoring a hat trick at Old Trafford Stadium?
I'm also bittersweet. I mean, it's one of those hat tricks that, in a way, doesn't count because we didn't win. So it would have meant a little bit more if we would have won that game.
Can I jump in here?
Absolutely.
No, you cannot.
Listen, I don't know if any of you are religious or not. I'm not that religious, but that day I believe there was a higher power because of the performance the woman put on. So that's what I have to say.
Thank you.
Interesting. You know, sometimes you kids, you play your best games. You play your best games. Everybody on the team performed extremely well, but you didn't win. Then the next game, you might go into a game and you play okay, and you win some. That's what happened to your team in a way. You played the game like you've never played before, and you lost, but then right after, from what I understand, it wasn't your best, but you win a medal. Can you talk about dealing with adversity, or whatever that is? Is that a question you can address or talk about to kids, that sometimes you do your best, it doesn't work out, and sometimes you're rewarded when you didn't think you should be?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's sports. I mean, sometimes you win and sometimes you lose, and then, you know, sometimes there's some wrestling or there's, you know, some great wrestling.
Are there any Norwegians in the room?
And we're all suspended.
Yeah. Anyway, no, but I think it's kind of like some days you're lucky and some days you're not, and I think it's fair to say in that French game we were pretty lucky. There were some posts hit, and some of our teammates like Desi and Farm saving stuff off the line. So or thanks. But so you know, it's a luck of the draw, and you know, in my heart, you know, gosh, I still get upset every time I think about that U.S. game. But it's part of it, you know, the fact that we were able to, you know, basically pick our hearts off the ground and go back to the next game, even show up, I think was a victory in itself. So I'm really proud of the way we were going.
You want to answer that? We'll answer you. Keep it going. Yeah. Karina, here's something that's written down. Karina, I want to ask you as a keeper. As a goalie, what is more difficult to save and why? A penalty shot or one versus goalie breakaway?
Easier to save. Oh, good question. I think both of them are savable. Of course I'm going to say that. I think obviously 1v1, it's more about angle play, it's more about having that presence and just trying to get the forward to recognize you. I mean, I think it's the same thing on PKs. It's, again, just trying to throw the forward off and make them see you more than see the goal. And so in both situations, it's about just being big. And I mean, a PK you have more time for keeper to get in the player's head, which is what we love to do. Or we try to, you know, because, I mean, in PK, if you make the save, you're the hero, right? So, I mean, there's no pressure to be there. I think it's a bit more pressure in a 1v1 situation.
You want to jump in on that, Erin, at all? You want to?
No, I agree entirely. I think the pressure's on the striker or the player both times. Keeper just show up big and make the save.
How many keepers? Raise your hands if you're a keeper out there.
Yeah! Best position in the world!
Christine, here's a pretty basic question, but I think it's important for these young kids to hear someone like you respond to. What advices can you give all the aspiring soccer players in the audience today? Just if there's just one little piece of advice that they can take away from here, what would you hope it is?
Well, I think it goes back to the question you asked earlier about your love for the sport and passion. You know, I was fortunate at a young age to discover what I loved, and that was soccer. And you know, hopefully for all you guys, it is soccer. But my advice to everyone is to find something you love to do, something that you know your parents have to drag you away from to come eat dinner. You know, that type of thing, and just go for it. Give everything you have, and you know, I think we're living proof that you know dreams come true.
Either of you want to comment, or is that the best that can be said? Probably yes.
I just say never. I think we all have gone through things where people told us we weren't good enough. I think that's a big thing because I think you can't allow someone to tell you that you're not good enough or take your dreams away. You know, I think if you have a dream and you have that passion, you can't let anybody tell you you're not good enough because we've all been cut. I mean, for teams, we were all told we weren't good enough, but I think those moments helped us want it that much more and made us want to work harder and made us want to achieve those goals even more. And you know, we wouldn't be here today if we weren't cut. We wouldn't be here today if we didn't come dead last in the World Cup last year. You know, I mean, these things that happen, I think you have to look at it as an opportunity to grow and to become better. And it's a challenge, and if you really want something, it's not going to be easy. But don't ever let anyone tell you you can't do anything.
Who knows who Muhammad Ali is in this group? Anybody? know you guys are pretty young. These guys. Anyway, famous boxer, yeah. But one of the coolest things he ever said was he has this famous quote that basically, you know, he works out in the gym totally by himself, and that's the time that you put in when nobody's watching is the time that counts. And I think, you know, even these two guys were at the I can't tell you where, but they were at a hotel this morning and working out in the gym, you know, nobody around, I'm sure the lights weren't even on, and that's, you know, that's the dedication and stuff you need to do on your own to follow what you want to do.
Christine, do you want to add to that, or it's pretty much it, isn't it? You were working out this morning. Do you have to work out every day right now?
Pretty much we're on like a 6 days a week routine, and even our day off is meant to be rehab and take care of the little injuries that have been nagging you and that kind of thing.
Did you see these biceps?
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know where the beach is, but it's right here.
And you have a watch on. Does that record? Is that a heart rate monitor that you put into a computer that somebody somewhere in Burnaby or wherever?
Yeah, so the thing is, we do work out on our own to be better, but we're also monitored. So you have this heart rate monitor which you stick on, and once you hit start, our coaching staff, his name says, our sports and science specialist, and he can see your heart rate and what you're doing, and so he goes in there and he just overlooks the workout to see how hard you work. So there's no cut corners around here.
There used to be a GPS too that could track where you are and what you're
GPS?
doing.
And we
Really?
even show like where you were.
Yes. There's no workout in Mexico, Puerto Vallarta. They're lying. What kind of workout did you do this morning for how long? Just give them an idea of what kind of workout you do today before coming here.
Well, my workout today was hits, which are high intensity runs, which are no fun whatsoever.
Not a hit.
Not like it. What we did was 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off, 3 sets of 16, pretty much as fast as the treadmill will go. So not too fun.
And mine was strength and explosiveness, so it's weight training. I did the hits yesterday. Keepers are a little different, but
A lot different.
a lot different. That made me look a do way.
Good way.
You know? But strength and explosiveness and power, and a guy walked in the gym and he's like, and then he walked out. So I think it's a little intimidating. But
Erin, what did you do this morning?
Actually, I took today off.
yes! I mean, the thing is, too, you guys have to, it's about balance. It's about listening to your body. You know, I mean, we have a program, but we're at the level where, you know, if you're exhausted and you know it's going to be counterproductive, you have to take a day off. And for tomorrow, she'll probably do 2 sessions to make up for it, but you have to also listen to your body and understand what's good and what's bad. So.
All right. Soccer can be a 12-month-year sport now. You can play indoors, you can play outdoors. I remember talking to Jerome McLeod, and he said one of the best things that made him a great athlete was that his mom made him play more than one sport. That it wasn't just hockey, hockey, hockey. So, you love soccer, it's your life. Should these young people play soccer all year round or do other sports too?
Well, I grew up playing a bunch of sports, actually, and I think now, I mean, when I was growing up, you couldn't really play soccer as much as you can play soccer now, and I think there's always that chance you can burn out. I know that I've burnt out a couple times in my career already, and it's just from doing soccer way too much. And I think the reason we were really successful this year, actually, is because we have a head coach who firmly believed in life balance. So we got to hang out with family and friends a lot more than ever before, and just focus on different areas of our life aside from soccer. And when you're a happier person, I feel like you do much better on the field.
Okay, Christine, so 12, 13, 14, whatever age you are, those younger ones too, should they be playing soccer all year round?
I'm a firm believer like Erin in balance. I grew up playing soccer, baseball, I played basketball throughout high school, and I think they've made myself a more rounded athlete. I think this is too young to be specializing in one sport, to be honest. You know, kids that are 12, 13 years old need to be experiencing everything that life can give them, not just soccer, 6 or 7 days a week.
And they could still be great soccer players someday if that's what they want to do, like baseball or football or whatever. You want to talk about that?
No, I just like these two, I played basketball heavily, did some track, field hockey. I did anything that you could do where I could get my competitive release out. So I did it all, and I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed making friends out of, with different mindsets. My basketball friends are a little different from soccer. And I think it's good. It allows you to grow on so many different levels, and be competitive. How about you? Do you still play any sports?
Yes, I do.
Which ones?
I'm a triathlon.
Okay.
I used to play team sports, but now I like running, cycling, and swimming. Love working out.
Swimming.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's my big challenge, being in a big open lake, cold water, and being scared.
You said cold water and
Oh.
swimming.
Oh,
Not my strength.
14 degrees
Look at
Celsius.
these biceps, huh?
This shirt's too big. How many of you play other sports besides soccer? Just curious. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, fun stuff. What did you do before going to London? What was fun? How many weeks, days, months did you bond? What did you do? Can you give me some ideas what you did before going to London? Where did you go?
We went to the Lion King, the Broadway show as a team.
I'm going to be a singer in my next life. Wonderful. I have a record.
Were you in London all the time? No, you were in London for like a week or month. Did you not go to like Switzerland or
Yeah, we went to the Alps.
the Alps?
Yeah,
And what did you do there?
play soccer.
Play soccer somewhere else.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
So
So,
the gondola up.
Yeah.
I did some jumping shots, photos.
Those are always fun. Yeah.
because coaches out here are always thinking of different ways to get their teams bonded, so the quiet girls get along with the outspoken girls. So what does a national team do to bond before big events?
Moved to Vancouver for 6 months.
So not too much.
Well, we get along so well. Even we were just in China, and John was trying to get us to bond. When we're at meals, we sit in different groups. We don't always just sit in the same group. We try to just get to know one another, because I think that's a big part of the game, is connecting and understanding one another. And for us, like, there's some young players. There was a 17-year-old in camp this last time, and even though we're just 21, we all want to follow them. But I think it's about understanding one another, and just understanding what clicks and what doesn't. And
I think we're past the stage of needing to bond. Most of us, as we've mentioned before, have been on the same team for 10 years. So I think what Switzerland and Vancouver did for us, it was more about balance, less about the bonding aspect, because we've been together for so long already.
I think the one place that we grew though is, how like sometimes your friend gets like a haircut that makes them look kind of like a hedgehog. You ever seen that? And they're like, hey, how's my hair look? And you're like, really good. Yeah, I like it. I think sometimes with friends, they tell you what you want to hear. They don't always tell you the truth. And I think that's the hardest thing with teammates, like asking for feedback and being like, okay, why wasn't this good enough? And having, your teammate being like, that wasn't good enough, and being comfortable with hearing that and knowing that they're saying that because they're your teammate and they want the best for you, not because they're trying, they're out to get you.
your hair looks good though. Now, you know what I remember for this age group? We did this exercise a couple years ago. It's like where you pass around a piece of paper and you write down something great about each teammate. And that's a great thing for this age, I still have this slip, but it's pretty powerful for you to know. You don't have to put the name on it, but just for this age group, it's fantastic. Just have a little group dinner or whatever, and you just write down on a piece of paper a person's name, and just write something great about that person, on or off the field. And I think it does a lot for confidence.
Great stuff. Number 12. Is it because of Kelly Gruber, former Toronto Blue Jay? Is that true, or is that a myth while you were 12?
Who? Roberto Alomar.
Who?
Roberto
Oh,
Alomar.
Roberto Alomar. What was Gruber's number? I don't
I
know.
have no idea.
Oh. Second baseman, third baseman, I get that mixed up.
No, because I grew up in baseball. I was a huge Blue Jays fan. It was back when they were, decent. And Roberto Alomar was my favorite player, played the same position as I did, and that's why we're number 12.
Good ball player. People might think it might be because of some great soccer player, but
Not at all.
Not at all. You would be good at TV. You do some TV for Game of the Soccer TV, don't you? You like being on camera up here? Hey, you want my job as a sportscaster?
It's hard work, it's hard.
You do a good job. I've seen it. Have you seen her on TV? You've seen some of her videos?
KK Cam?
KK Cam?
Yeah.
It's outstanding. It is.
I'm really embarrassing.
Yeah, you know, it started because I think a lot of people, when, you know, for example, you see the personalities of people. For a while, a lot of people just saw the personalities of the players based on what they saw on TV. So it was about getting out the goofy sides and embarrassing. I mean, the last KK Cam was in Asia. And in Asia, you guys know the FIFA Player of the Year award, right? You know how somebody was left off the list? Yeah, best player in the world, like not even on the list. So I guess in Asia they did the ballots and she came last. So my last KK Cam was to go around in China and introduce Chinese to Sinky, and she didn't know what was going
I was
on.
asking
Chickens, roosters. You know what have you seen? There's
Mannequin.
YouTube it, KK Cam China. But yeah, I enjoy it. You know, it's fun, and I mean. You're the greatest. I mean, I gotta learn from him, right? So, but you know, it's just easy. I used to be shy, everybody. If you don't believe it, I did. Sport, yes, 100%. Sport gave me confidence. I used to be so shy you couldn't get me to say anything.
Do you believe that? I find that hard to believe.
It's true. They know it's true. Like, okay, it's true. Like, nobody, come on. No, I believe it.
I find that hard. That's good. I mean,
Sport gave me confidence. Look at me now. No problem now. We're good.
Erin, tell me about a thing called Grass to Goal. What is it? What is it?
So who knows who Melissa Tanqueray is? Anybody? Yeah. Okay, one of the strikers on the national team. So her and I started just this basically a soccer program, and we do like these clinics, and we're hoping to travel all across Canada. And between her and I, we take in like youth national team players, and we mentorship coach. But at the same time, we do a coaching program that integrates nutrition and speed and agility, strength, all these things that we have access to on the national team. And we're really lucky to have access to it, but I think it's unfortunate that a lot of times you don't get access to those things until you're on the national team. So it's kind of a sneak peek of all the cool things that can help you improve your game at all these different levels, starting from a very young age.
Outstanding. So coaches maybe take advantage of something like that. Okay, I need a break. I'm questioned out, but I hope you have some questions for our Olympic heroes. Do you? I hope you do. I think the conversation's been outstanding. So, Christine, Erin, and Karina are going to go out in the audience right now. Put your hand up, and they'll come to you, and we'll see how this goes. Girls, it's all yours. Have fun. Want me to decide who should go? Right? Okay, let's start with Christine then, right here in the middle.
Well, I started playing when I was 4. So, how old are we now, Karina? 21? No, so I'm 29, so I've been playing for 25 years. Wow, I'm old.
What's your name and what team do you play for?
I'm Quinn and I play for Mavic.
Okay, thank you. Erin, do you have somebody over there or not? Okay.
Yes, right here.
Erin, tell me your name and your team.
I'm Amara and I play for Freedom. And what's your guys' record in juggling?
Erin, what's your record? I know everyone's going to say she's a goalkeeper, but I don't know, actually. A couple hundred, probably. Sick, I'm sure yours is a little higher.
Until I get bored.
When her legs get tired, you just stop. A couple thousand, let's just stop this.
Hey, Karina, have you got somebody down there?
Sure.
I'm with that team over there, that's USC Magic. I just want to say hi to them all. Can you tell us all what it felt like at the closing ceremony? We watched you all, in particular, I remember watching Christine all on her own trying to find the Canadians in the middle of London. What did it feel like at the Olympic closing?
Okay, I'll answer and then you'll answer. So my experience is probably a little different than Sinky's, but we got into the stadium, and our goal was to get the best seats in the house. So we walked in as a team, and I just kept asking every security guard, and we just booked it, because they're like, you are on the opposite end, and you need to get in front of the Queen. So we were just booking it. We passed like so many security guards are like, stop, we're like, ah, let's go. So we booked it. Erin, you were with us. There's probably about like half of the team that just booked it so we could get the Spice Girls front row, front center, which we did. And poor Stinky was looking for us, but we were booking it. But it was an unbelievable experience. Best concert ever. Go ahead, Stinky.
Christine, you got somebody else down the middle there? Or did you want to say
No,
something?
apparently I'm not answering this question as well.
Okay.
So after the whole flag thing happened.
The whole flag thing. She wrote, come on guys, round of applause, flag bearer, what's the whole flag.
So it was very nice of my teammates when they were running down to, briefly come and stop by and say hi, and then took off.
Yeah. We did say hi, guys.
Yeah, and then so I'm standing up there going, where did my teammates go? And so finally I get rid of the flag, and I have to find them in the Olympic Stadium.
You felt alone?
I was lost.
The camera followed you too.
I know, my parents were like, did you find your teammates? Yes, I finally found some of them.
Christine, get another question from the middle there from somebody.
She's nervous.
Uh-oh.
What's your routine before each game?
Ooh, routine. So our team, everyone's pretty different on our team. Mine, I have to listen to Michael Jackson's Man in the Mirror before the game.
I think she should sing a chorus. What do you guys think?
Definitely.
Yeah? Yeah? Go ahead, Cindy.
I'm not going to sing. And then everything goes on the left foot first. But I know some of these other people have different routines than I do.
I guess I'm one of those other people. I don't really have a particular routine, actually. My routine is probably that I don't have one. I think I just kind of, whatever's on my iPod, I just listen and I just try and relax as much as I can before the game. And we have a bit of a dance routine that, Karina, maybe you can take this one.
Well, we listened to a couple songs. We have Man in the Mirror. We have Destra, Where's Darren? Well, there's a Silka song that we listen to. And we all do a dance in a circle and we rock it out. And I think Erin's routine's always to look at me and be like, hey, hurry up, we have to go. Because I'm always just doing my own thing. But, and then, I think it's just about everybody getting ready in their own individual way. So,
Rian Wilkinson sits there and reads.
reads and listens to podcasts.
She used to knit, so.
Yeah, everyone's different. She's the grandma.
Erin, how about a question from over there?
Yep, right here.
How do you deal with the stress and pressure on you?
That's a good question. I can go first. Goalkeepers have a bit of pressure, I think it's fair to say. I think my whole career, actually, I've really struggled with that, and I've been a nervous, anxious goalkeeper. But I think at some point in your life, you kind of just have to start to buy in and believe that you're really a great player. I think, especially with a lot of females out there, we struggle with confidence. And I think just at the end of the day, if you've worked really hard and you've done everything that you can do, you just have to go out there and just trust what you have. Because at the end of the day, the game is the fun part, right? You've done all this training, you get to go out there and perform. It's like going out on stage. So I think with that, you just gotta enjoy it and know you're gonna make mistakes and they're gonna make you better.
Green, I think we're over that side there.
I have a young, what's your name?
My name's Jordan, and I'm on Southwestern and I do NOPA. How can you when you get a goal scored on you, how can you let that go back?
Great question. High five. Boom. Okay. I think the biggest thing is that there's no goal that's ever scored on you that defines you. I've had some pretty embarrassing ones go right through my leg. And you're like, whoops. Sinclair remembers that one probably. National television, cool. But I think the thing is, no goal ever defines you, and you have to remember, like, you've worked hard, you know, and you're going to make the next big save. I think both for Erin and I, if we ever live in a bad goal, we can't wait till the next shot comes, so we can show you that we're still great goalkeepers. So just shrug it off. It's not a big deal, you know. And when you make that big save, I can say as a keeper, there's nothing better than when you make a big save and you see your teammates just like so excited, you know. So yeah, those are the things you just remember. You just remember you're great. That's it.
Christine, back in the middle.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm from Tri West. How many hat tricks have you in your
No idea. I don't know.
How many goals have you scored?
I have no idea.
Does anybody
You're
know?
thinking, just kind of lose track.
You've scored that many.
I've scored a few hat tricks on the national team. I guess like 5. It's a guess.
Not bad.
Erin at the back.
All right, we got one over here.
My name's Talia. I think with the buildings. And can you do a picture?
Is that your final question? Yes. I think we're doing pictures at the end.
Yeah, in a few minutes, I think.
All right, I have one over here.
Oh, that's a good question. I think I'm wearing it around my neck, okay? I think as a team that's our biggest accomplishment so far, and I think what we want to do is make this a goal at home in Canada in 2015 and in Rio, right? So yes, definitely. Thanks.
Christine, you got somebody down the middle?
We're going to ask questions. Okay. What does it feel like when you score a goal and the crowd is cheering?
Good question. Actually, I don't know. I'm not one that sort of hears the crowd. For me, after scoring a goal, usually, you know, I look for the person that passed me the ball to give them a big hug, or if it's Rhian Wilkinson, I'll run away from her because it's just fun. No, it's just, it's an amazing feeling. I'm sure just like these goalkeepers, how they feel after they make a huge save, similar to that.
Karina, going back to the front row. That girl's had her hand up for a million years.
How many goals have you scored?
Oh, I hope not many.
Not many. But
Did you ever play out? Did you?
I did. I actually started playing as a forward growing up, and then
You just scored a few then?
I did. I started playing soccer later. I started at age 11, and I had the speed and the strength, but not necessarily the skill. And I was super competitive, and I was annoyed every time we got scored on. So then I went goal, and that's kind of how things started. So yeah.
They've had their hand up here for a long time.
She's actually a pretty good finisher, I'll give you that. We do shooting drills, like Karina will shoot, and she's better than our goalkeeper coach is at shooting. Don't feel sorry.
These girls have had their hand up forever. Maybe let's go down here, Christine. Let's ask. You have a question for Christine or somebody else?
What year you played soccer was your favorite?
What was my favorite year of playing soccer? Not 2011. Definitely last year, with what our team did, what we accomplished, how much we grew as a team, and hopefully how we've changed the sport in this country.
Erin? Over there
Let's get
somewhere?
one from the middle here.
Yeah.
I'm Mark. I play on the north side Titanium, and I'm just wondering, as leaders on the team, how do you guys deal with internal problems among players?
Ooh. 5 more questions.
We kicked them off the team.
You're done. That's a good question. I think, I think we've been really lucky this year, actually. Well, John Herdman, our coach, basically made this group of 6 players. We are 3 of them. And Rian and Diana Matheson and Candace Chapman were all part of this group. And basically, it was our job as leaders to bring the team closer together. So if there was any issues with any people, sometimes it's really hard, but I mean, I had a couple of conversations, you know, where you have one-on-one conversations and you tell people, you know, basically it's not good enough. And that is, we were talking about, you know, like when you're friends, you say everything that's nice and whatever, but sometimes we have some hard conversations, and if people are receptive to it, you know that they want to be there, and if they're not, then you know they're on a mission to be there for themselves. So really, in order to make it, everyone has to be on board.
Any of you want to comment on that? Or I think that answered it pretty well. This girl's been had her hand up forever, so I'm going to ask you.
What are your guys' favorite colors?
You waited forever to ask that question.
Mine is pink. I always have something pink on.
Good question.
Mine's purple.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to go with like a fluorescent green.
You see, there's where I'm wrong being a guy. Girls loved answering that question. Good question
It's very
then.
important to know this.
I see that.
How do you balance school and friends with soccer?
Ooh, great question. Well, when I was your age, which was 2 years ago, it was tough because I always wanted to be like in the cool group, but then I knew I wanted to, like, my goal was to play in the Olympics and World Cup one day. So I just found a way to, you know, people knew what my goal is, so I kind of told them. And you know, as you get older, there's the career pressures of going out. And, you know, your Friday nights, but you know, you have an early soccer game on Saturday, so I'd go out, but I'd be home by like 8 or 9. And school for me, like in my household, it was weird and it was different, but for me to watch half an hour of TV, I have to do an hour of homework. My parents, I'll tell you. But it's great because education is the greatest source, and you know, to get into this level, we all have our university degrees, so school is so important. And I was as competitive with my school as I was with anything else. So, you know, I had to get the good grades. I hung out with my friends whenever I had time, but that was like, you know. And one of the cool things, I'll tell a quick story. Olympic qualifiers, it was in Vancouver. And I remember we played, and it was, you know, near sold out. And all the kids in high school who partied and did all those things, I looked up and they were there with their families and signs, and they said, I wish I would have done what you did in high school. So I'd say that just remember what your goal is. You know, your goal is not to be later on in life 30, 40, like it's the coolest person. Your goal is to be successful. So I think you have to just have your goal and work towards that.
Well said. Sure, Christine, yeah. 10 minutes.
Yeah, okay, what is it? Oh, you gotta say it to the microphone.
What is it like, knowing that you have all these fans?
It's kind of overwhelming and humbling, and you know, our goal heading into London was obviously to bring home an Olympic medal, but I think more importantly to change the sport of soccer within Canada. We've been on the national team for a few years, and you know, our goal is that when you guys are on the national team in a couple of years, you don't face the same struggles that we do, or we did when we first made it on the national team. And I think we've made progress, and seeing all you young kids here today just goes to show the progress we've made, because this would have never have happened like 4 years ago. This is incredible.
And I just want to add on that, like Sing said, her, you know, role model was Roberto Alomar, and growing up for me, I was obsessed with Wayne Gretzky, and I think it's really important for young women to have female athletes as their role models. And I feel very honored that, you know, when you become successful, you know, you're in the spotlight a lot more, and I think, especially, you know, these guys, we don't take it lightly, and so when you become a role model, you know, whether you choose to or not, a lot of people are watching, so you have to make sure that you always do your best.
Okay, you go ahead. You already asked one, haven't you? It's all look the same.
My name's Erin McLeod, and I'm just wondering, are the medals really heavy? Or are they light?
Rita, come on over here.
Super light.
chocolate. I bit mine and it hurt my teeth. They're actually pretty heavy.
Everybody bites into it when they get it.
You know the bronze medal is the only medal that's 100% bronze?
Woo! Is that right?
Yeah. The gold is like 6% gold. And so theirs isn't as good as ours.
Christine, we got a lot of questions in the middle over here. How about this red team there? Everybody? Wow. A lot of questions. Incredible. We're passing the mic down. And here it is.
I'm Emily. I play with the Calgary Wolves, and I wondered how you deal with the stress with like penalty kicks and stuff. Like how you keep focused on that one spot that you want to aim at.
You gotta pass the mic back down.
She's usually okay unless she's facing Erin and
Penalty shots, even to this day, are super stressful. Because, like these two said earlier, the pressure's on the shooter, not so much on the goalkeeper. As a shooter, you're supposed to score. I usually have my one spot that I shoot it to, but some of these goalkeepers have figured that out over the years. But no, it's stressful. There's no getting over that, but it's just about picking a spot, not changing your mind and going for it. And whatever happens, happens.
Erin, do you have anybody over there?
Yeah.
What's in the middle there?
So, do you, what do you guys do in your free time?
Free time. That's a good one.
How much free time do you get? Lots?
We actually, you know, when soccer becomes your full time, I mean, right now we get to do a lot of stuff like this, which is really great, and we get to go across the country and do more stuff like this, which makes it kind of busy, but I'm kind of artsy, I guess it's fair to say. I like to draw and sing alone.
Christine, how about you in your spare time?
For me, during my spare time, as much as possible, I like to go back to Vancouver, where I'm from, hang out with my 2-year-old niece. That's become, very important for me. Just having such a busy life, you realize how important that downtime is with your family. I mean, a lot of us are away from our families pretty much all year, so any time that I get to spend with them, I do.
Karina?
I hang with my family a lot, as much as I can, and friends, and I do the KK camp. And no, I just find a way to find that balance. I mean, I think for the three of us and for our entire team, this is so rewarding to be able to come back and talk to you guys and see the interest that you guys have in us. So this is incredible. So this is a fun way to spend our free time.
Okay, one more question. Christine will give it to somebody down in the middle. Can you ask one more question, and that's going to be it for this?
Do you agree with indoor soccer or not?
Okay, so being from Canada, I think indoor soccer is important because it allows you to play for more than the 3 months where there isn't snow on the ground. But also, I think, like I played futsal growing up, and I think it's incredible for skill development. I don't think players should only play indoors, obviously, but I think as a supplement to, on field, outside, it's a great supplement and can do some great things for players' skills.
Okay, I got one more question here. It's a good one, and then we'll each answer this and walk up as we.
What was the secret that made you good at soccer?
Okay, so what?
What was that again?
Basically, the secret to our success. I would say for me, it was, we talked about this before, just dreaming big, never let anyone tell me I wasn't good enough, and be willing to work harder than anybody else, because, I think that's one of the greatest things about where we are, is that, it's a lot of hard work, but it's fun, and, we have belief in one another.
let's see, my secrets to my success. I would have to give a lot of credit to my parents. My mom actually coached me until I was about 13 years old, and even though she didn't know a ton about soccer, she allowed me to play freely out there and to express myself on the field. It was never about winning. It was never about, oh, we're going to win this tournament, this league. It was all about development and having fun. And I think sometimes that gets lost these days when the emphasis turns to winning instead of developing players and making sure they're having fun. So I was blessed to have a great coach that didn't know a ton about soccer but allowed us to just play.
And I think for me, just to expand on what Karina said, I totally agree with the hard work. But I think too, I find that if you constantly surround yourself with people that are better than you, or that are going to challenge you, like, we play a lot with boys, or, like a lot of guys that are a little bit quicker, and, and they're constantly challenging us. You have to put yourself in those environments where, you're uncomfortable, basically, constantly, because once you become comfortable, you're not getting any better. So to be coachable and just open to new ideas and just trust the people around you, and they want you to get better.
Great stuff. Come on, have a seat. Can I have applause? You probably think I have to say this, but I don't have to say this. I talked to a million athletes from all different kinds of sports in my career, and that's over 30 years. And I have not heard athletes speak like you three have today from the heart, honestly, with respect to your audience. Congratulations to you, and what a privilege this is for everyone. I mean that. Let's give away something, shall we? Okay, let's give away. Who wants to win something? The first thing we're going to give away, if we're going to make the draw, is a balloon dance by Caroline Weber. I'll let you make the draw. This is for a soccer ball, right? A soccer ball, yeah.
Ticket number.
It provides music and
The ticket number is.
Here it is.
422.
422.
Who we got? Who we got? I don't know what I do.
You want to see?
There you go.
Erin, you're going to draw for 2 sets of goalie gloves. Is that correct? Or no? Yes. 2 sets of goalie gloves.
2 sets.
2 sets of goalie gloves are going to...
Okay, 410.
410.
226.
And 226. So I guess they each get 1 set, right? Yeah, 1 each.
2 divided by 2 is 14.
Yeah, 12.
Yay! High five!
What? We love you too.
Christine, we're drawing for a soccer ball. Okay, this is for a soccer ball.
4, 4, 7.
4,
Anyone.
4, 7.
Yay!
4, 4, 7. What's next? You want to give away a goalie jersey?
$100 for shopping at Market Ball.
Oh.
Woo! Woo!
$100. Yeah, Karina's taking that.
All right, let's get
$100 for Market Mall. That's pretty good.
351.
351.
Come on up! Yay! You're welcome.
Okay, what are we drawing for next? LeBlanc. Oh, you better draw for this.
Somebody cool is gonna go home cooler.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, look at this.
Imagine wearing that at school on Monday.
So this is for me. Just kidding. 18.
18. Who has number 18?
You're awesome. Congratulations.
Okay. Autograph McLeod jersey. You got a hand there.
19.
Wow! Is that right? 19.
You guys can hang out together.
And I guess the next is logically Christine Sinclair jersey. This can't be number 20. This can't be number 20. No.
Come back up here. No, 19.
I know you don't want your picture.
470.
470.
Anybody? Mueller.
Hold on to that tight later.
All right.
Yay! There we go.
So hang on, grab just a quick picture of how to explain the pictures. Okay, come on over here. Right here.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to have some team pictures with the girls. We are going to draw at least for 6 teams. If we have more time and it moves pretty quickly, we'll do more. Okay? So we'll do at least 6, and if it moves quickly, we'll do as many as we can before the time limit. All right? So we'll do that when these when the paparazzi is finished at the front.
We're good.
You're good now? Okay.
Thank you guys.
Okay. So the girls are going to go back behind stage. Is that correct, Daryl? You'll get them to where they're going. And this is for your team picture with the Olympic bronze medalists. The first team to get their picture taken is girl U12 Tier 1 Southwest U Arsenal.
We gotta do this quick. Here we go.
The faster we do it, the more teams we get. Okay, just listen for a second. If you're the next team or the next team after that, please go this way. You see them over there waiting in line. Don't go this way. We're going to try and get around, so that'll make it go faster. So if your team is called next 2, please go this way. Should I do it right now? Keep it going? Okay.
Yay!
Girls U18 Deportivo. Wow, look at this. They're moving you along quickly. They mean business here. And the reason why we're trying to hustle up is so we get more of you back there. The next team, please go to my right, your stage left. There it is, never get that right. Girls U14, Tier 2, Cochrane Wolves.
Guys, we need to bounce. Come down. Okay, cool. She does this real quick.
Go this way. Okay, so this next team, please go this way.
All right, guys.
Does that make sense? Good. Girls U10, Tier B, MUSC Blaze.
Okay. Okay, you guys go around this way. Let's come in. We gotta pump this. Okay, girls.
The next two, this way.
We gotta stay on.
Girls U16, Tier 2, Blizzard Spurs.
You guys get ready. You guys get ready. The girls will join you just a sec.
Yeah!
Just be ready.
All right, guys, half of you guys down. Half of you guys down here. On your knees. On your knees. Quick. On your knees. On your knees. On your knees.
All right, I'm gonna come on the side. Is that okay?
Quick. Roll over.
You're doing great. We're moving along fast. This should work out well. The next one, again to my right. Girls U14, Tier 1, Blizzard Olympics.
Thank you.
Half down, guys. Halfway down in the front. Halfway down. Quickly, guys, real quick.
You want to try that, Amber?
Okay, at this point, we have fulfilled our obligations of promising 6, but we've got 20 more minutes so we can get more in. So thank you for doing and moving quickly for us. That's why we're being kind of strict on that. We're going this way, okay? The next team is girls U14, Tier 2, Blizzard Lightning. Sorry, my mistake, it's that way. Oh, this is the most stressful. This way, girls, this way. Sorry.
That's just one. It's okay.
Awesome. Nice to meet
The
you
next
guys.
team goes this way. Unless I screw it up again. Girls U14, Tier 2, Foothills, 99 DA. 99 DA. The next team goes this way.
Awesome.
Not doing that. Girls U16, Tier 2, Northside Titanium. Next team goes this way. See where their hands in the air. Whoops, I got a few down. That's not good. Girls U14, Tier Land 2, SWU, Lion and Bordeaux. Lion and Bordeaux. What does that mean? Girls U14, Land 2. Oh, 1 and 2.
Awesome.
Sorry, I'll get you there. Girls, did you get that? I get you there. I kind of fumbled that, but I think they're okay.
All right.
And here we are.
Watch out.
The next two are this way. Girls U12 Tier 2, SWU Nova.
Awesome. All right, guys.
This way. CWSC Vasco. CWSC Vasco. The next team, please go this way. Girls U12 Tier 4, Acme Women's Soccer.
Here we go. No pain. 3.
The next two are this way. Next two are this way.
There we go. 3, 2.
Girls U12 Tier 2, Rangers Athletics.
Awesome. Nice to see you. Nice to see you.
What are you doing on here? What's moving you fast? Girls, this is this way, by the way. Girls U16 Tier 3, Calgary Pumas. Calgary Pumas. Calgary Pumas. The next team goes this way.
Here, I wish I had something to give you.
And that team is Girls U14, Tier 4-5, Rangers Royal.
Let's go, girls. Here's Donna.
Thanks, guys.
You guys, the next team?
Say cheese.
Right here.
Cheese.
8 girls standing.
Donna.
Awesome.
We gotta wait.
Thanks,
We gotta wait for
guys.
Donna.
Here we go.
Space in the middle.
We'll come back. Well, I don't think she's taking them all anymore. Yeah.
One more, Karina.
Thank you. Shot. Say cheese.
Right up against this.
Are you guys having fun? Are we going to get through these pictures? This Grand Forest Walk. This is fun. This is a great day. Calgary Minor Soccer did a great job. Hope you're enjoying your day. Next team, I think it's this side. Okay? Girls U12, Tier 3, CWSC, Freedom.
Going down here too.
One more going this way. And that team going that way is Girls U14, Tier 2-3, Rangers Athletics B.
3 on this side, 3 on that side. 3 more over here. 1, 2 more over here. 2 more. 2 more.
There we go.
There you go. You go over here. Come down here.
Next team is going this way. This way, over there. It is Girls U12, Tri West Thunder. You got it.
Okay, be in the space right here. Be in the space.
Okay, 2 more going this way. First one to go that way is Girls U14, Tier 1, Foothills 99. Oh, look at that. That's all. That must be incredible to see on the field every game. Hold up. Girls U10, Tier A, CWSC Lynx. This way, that way, it is Girls U14, Tier 2, Villains Magic. Oh, I hope we get everybody in there. I don't want to see anybody cry. There's no crying in soccer. Okay. So we got 2 this way, right, Carol? This way. Girls, U12, Tier 4, MUSC Magic.
Okay, back up, girls.
Don't worry too much. Don't let anybody fall.
Perfect.
3, 2, cheese.
Captain Canada.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, this way, that way. Boys, U14, Tier 4-5, Deerfoot Eagles. You got the boys in there. Yeah.
Thanks, girls.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yes.
Is that it? Is that all the teams got?
This is the last team. We're going to get everybody in. That's incredible. We probably might get 6, 7, or 8. But thank you for moving. Okay, last team here. Put your picture go this way, please.
Ready? 2 more over here, boys.
Last team. Girls, U12, Tier 4, MUSC Storm. The Storm is the last team. Thank you, everybody. Great job.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thanks, guys. All right, guys.
luck, you guys. Bye. We have one more team to take a picture. Tall ones, you know who you are. Okay, now down to the front. We need people down to the front.
Kneeling on one knee.
Go. All right. Is that okay? Yay! All right, 3, 2. Good. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye. Thank you very much, you guys.
Hey, girls, come here for a second, please.
Girls!
Becky, we've lost some of them.
They want you up front. They want you on the stage.
Oh, we're back on the stage.
Wow.
We got through them all.
We were gonna only do some.
Oh,
That is awesome. So we'll go back up on stage. Daryl? Girls! Wait.
Up here. Okay, can everybody sit down? I just have your attention for 30 more seconds. I'm just so glad we got everybody's picture with everybody's team because we didn't know if that was possible. Anything's possible in this team. It doesn't matter. We're just saying goodbye. Erin, come on, Erin. I just want to say on behalf of all of you, thank you to you three. You've been fantastic. I want to say all the money raised today, after expenses, goes to these three directly to help them in 2015, to get to 2015. Oh, you do get microphones. So, do you want to say something in just final thoughts before we go?
Well, first of all, how many of you guys want to see him dance?
Do not.
So,
You do not.
just do the crazy leg, just do it, come on, I don't know what to say. No, thanks for having us, you guys, this is incredible. It's an opportunity for us to get to meet you guys. Hopefully you guys seeing this, you guys know that, this was a great thing. It was the first time, but by the time you guys get older, this will be gold, and that's what you guys should strive for. And it's an honor for us to be up here. We love one another. We love you guys. Thanks for coming out, and we had a blast.
Yeah, and being a Calgarian, you guys, place to start?
She's an Oilers fan.
Sorry, I'm coordinating.
A lot of Calgarians are becoming that this year.
Anyway, it doesn't matter where you're from in the country, okay? Just follow your dreams, you guys. Anything can happen, okay?
Yeah, thank you for coming out. And yeah, we're living proof that anything can happen. So dream big.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you, girls. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming, everybody. Good luck in your season ahead.
They gotta go have lunch.